Welcome back to Responsibly Unhinged. It's your girls, Kylie Kaiser.
And Quinn Collins.
We are hanging in there today, hanging by a thread.
Not great.
Not great. It's city girls lukewarm again.
Very lukewarm.
But I don't know. You're not hungover. I don't know. It was just an off day. I'm hungover.
I was asleep. I think I slept too long and too good.
I can't relate.
I was asleep by like 12:30. I was watching Ted Lasso with my dad.
That's wholesome.
Yeah. What were you doing?
Today I'm haunted by the ghosts of Twisted Tea's past.
Oh,
That's
God.
where I'm at.
You gotta stop doing that to yourself.
I know. You know, I just don't know when to go home. It's really my problem.
It's not even about, you can go home whenever the fuck you want, but you gotta stop with the Twisted Teas.
I know. You know what's funny is I actually never drank those, and then you and Justine started drinking them.
Twisted
around me.
Teas are a summer pool drink, and it's like,
Well, to be fair, I was at the pool yesterday.
okay.
It was 80.
Yeah, but
degrees.
my thing is, would you drink 33 sweet teas in a row?
I don't
ever?
even like sweet tea. Isn't that bizarre? I actually don't like sweet tea.
That's nuts.
You put a little alcohol in it, I'll drink it.
Hey, I thought that's cheers.
But the point is, brain cells low today. So I thought that it might be fun if we warm ourselves up to what the fuck we're gonna talk about today.
Yeah.
With a little Selly Chats moment. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Yeah. We don't tell our peeps what this is.
Selly is a ultimate card game to get you talking. All right, beyond like how was your day, what have you been up to? It can really get you the real questions for your friends. You know.
Yeah, you know broads that like to yap, but I don't like small talk. So I love games that can kind of bring that out with people. So.
Absolutely. It kind of gives you the opportunity to expose your friends for sport, or just get to know them a little bit better. But
Which, we be doing all the time. But if you want to play on your own, you can get your own deck on their website. It is letsselly.com. Oh, I was the wrong side. letsselly.com. But yeah, you can use Unhinged to actually get 20% off these cards. And if you think it's fun while we expose our secrets on here, you should try it yourself. But yeah, do you want to pull one?
sure.
Who are you going to go first? We haven't looked at these at all yet, so I'm scared.
Compliment corner. Ooh. Tell a friend about something silly or quirky they do that makes you love them even more. All right, I'm glad I got this card.
Wait, which friend are you going to tell?
Oh my god.
Oh, cute. This is cute.
I think that you always, you didn't even wear the hat, but it's one of those, the amount of times for just basic things, you're like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's no worries if not. And like, yeah, I'll wait in line for the bathroom at Shang with you. I don't.
No worries if not.
Hey, no worries if I should just die. I actually was the one that said I had to pee, Kylie.
I would be the one that would be like at the hospital, which they're trying to give you a CPR, and I'd be like, could you just help me breathe? No worries.
No worries if this heart stops.
No worries.
Yeah, no.
You know what's funny is actually the hat I have from that is from another podcast that I listen to. It's just funny. People always ask me about it, and I'm like, it's just merch that another podcaster says that. I was like, I say this all the time, so I had to have it. Yeah, that is my thing. It's true.
You absolutely do.
Yeah, you did say it today though.
I did.
Be rubbing off. No worries if not.
Hey, no worries.
No worries. Let's see what else we got. What is one thing you do daily that makes you a happier person? Masturbate.
All right. Yeah.
No, daily. I don't be doing that daily. I'm too lazy. What do I do daily that makes me happy? Maybe the fact that I can't answer this is why
I was about to say, this is Kylie.
This is
one thing.
One thing. Honestly, lately I've been reading every day. That's been
hell
good.
yeah.
I've been on that shit since this year started. I've been reading, and that's been good. That's been making me a happier person, I feel like.
Oh yeah, reading is
especially
essential.
before I go to bed.
Yeah, reading is a key element of life.
Yeah, a little bit of yearning.
Oh, well, I'd be yearning.
I'd be
Urination. Anyway. Tell a friend about a goal they have achieved that motivates you to take action.
These are just... I planned all these on purpose.
I was about to say, this seems on purpose.
I was having a really hard day.
No kidding. I guess I started stand-up again, full-fledged, a year and a half ago, because I hated the scene so bad. I wanted to move back to Knoxville and Nashville. and be able to like access Atlanta. I think there's so many scenes in the Southeast that you can utilize. That I just wanted to go home, and I didn't because you introduced me to like Roscoe's and some other places, and then I got full steam going again. That was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Maybe more. More?
Yeah, it's been a little. Oh yeah, it's been like a year and a half ago.
Year and a half.
I guess, yeah. Cause what we all went out for Halloween. You were at my birthday party last year, but we weren't like as close then yet. So
and
yeah,
Nickelback was in September.
Yeah. So I would say it's been like almost a year and a half.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. It's wild because that actually feels like it wasn't that long ago and feels like forever ago simultaneously.
Oh, somehow. I know. Well, January was a year in itself.
Yeah, for fucking real. We'll get into January. Let me pull another card. I'm gonna play one or two more. See. Mine are all like me having to reflect on my life, and yours are like making me feel better after I have bad answers. And yeah, I think they're two different things. Okay, I'll pull another one then, so that way it's fair. How about that? Because I'm like, these are all making me reflect. And
there's an expansion pack.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually have a new pack coming out for Valentine's Day too. This episode comes out Valentine's Day week, so if you can rush and order that could be spicy.
So this is their first expansion pack.
Yes. Yeah, this is the first one. We haven't opened those ones up yet, but this is just like the basic ones that come out. And then they have like a friendship pack and they have a spicy lovers pack coming out for Valentine's Day.
I saw one about Miami.
Yeah.
Is this one?
No, I don't know. There's a Miami pack?
I think I saw that.
Fun. I haven't seen that. Ooh. See, here we go. Tell a friend something amazing you know they can achieve even if they don't see it yet. Honestly, I think everything would stand up, but I really see you like doing like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. Well, I guess honestly, like I could see you being like the stuff that like Nikki Glaser is doing right now, like with like not just like the stand-up side of things, but the type of like I'm struggling for the word, like the roles she's getting in like TV stuff right now with
like reality TV shows.
No, like being like doing like the Golden Globes hosting and like she just did like the NFL like ceremony stuff. Like I'm like getting to go be in the big roasts like with the Tom Brady roast and stuff like that. Like I feel like I could see you getting into those rooms like she did and like the writers' rooms like we were talking about with Heather. Yeah. And working your way to being like the face of that because like you're both so like quick-witted like that and hot. That you would be perfect for just like being on TV for
That's
those things.
So nice. I really thought you were gonna say stop smoking cigarettes. I was like, all right, let's hear it.
Girl, the way we both sound today, ain't nobody's stopping cigarettes anytime soon.
No. Hey, we're like 6 months left of society. I'm smoking a Marlboro.
If my mom is listening, crazy. I don't smoke cigarettes, and I'm not even lying to the camera right now. But I do have a vaping problem, so I'm not any better.
I would argue it's worse.
It is much worse. I'm not any better than you.
I prefer acoustic to electric. One more?
Yeah.
What is one value that you're grateful your family taught you? Couth. I think the longer I'm in Austin, the more I could be just way worse. But my mama didn't raise me like that. And the way I've not, freaked out or exposed anybody, or I've not been hateful to people who deserve it. Thank you for the couth, mama.
Yeah. The couth. I've not heard that word before.
Yeah. I got Southern Baptist
What does
mom.
that mean?
Some class.
Class, couth. Okay. I was going to say, I was like, I can't be the only person listening to this. I didn't know what that was. Did you heard that before, producer everybody? Ballsy. Ooh, that also.
But it's like some like, if you don't have couth, you like, it's like there's a difference between like being ballsy and just being like I don't know if disrespectful is a word, but people just have like being able to stand up for yourself or saying what you want to say with couth, like some class.
Okay, I get that.
Demure.
I can hear Beth just saying that too.
Yeah,
couth.
Have some couth.
Have some couth.
Yeah,
that was my best Beth. I don't feel like it was very good.
It was great.
Speaking of your parents, I would like to give Quinn's dad a formal apology. I was drunk trauma dumping on that man the other weekend. Yeah, he
raised me. In the same night, I ugly cried in the Uber over my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. I don't even know what I was talking to your dad about. I was in it. I was locked in. We were yapping.
He probably did not give a fuck.
No, he was being so
My
nice
dad's lived with 3 women for
30
years.
He was being so sweet about it.
I know.
But shout out Eugene. You know, you talking about that, the couth concept. I feel that because I've lately been thinking a lot. I feel like this is a good transition into just catching up on our fuck-ass Januaries. But I've been thinking a lot about how I am just not as insane as I could be, and people should be more grateful for that.
Yeah, 1,000%.
It's actually been, like, driving me to insanity, I think.
Yeah, well, it's like, no, for sure. I think the amount of times in the last, like, 2, because, like, sometimes you're like, oh, I just don't want to make a big deal about it. I'm the same way, where it's like, this person is wanting this reaction out of me, and they don't deserve it.
Yes.
Or, like, this person doesn't like themselves.
Period.
And, like, they're using me as an outlet to figure that out for them.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe have some, in a sense, grace for them and some boundaries for myself.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't have to be crazy, spin out, hateful to them. I can just walk away. Like, I can always walk away. And, like, they don't have to have access to me.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people are like, oh, what, y'all, like, I can crash out right now. I'm going to crash out. I honestly would argue, like, if you need to crash out, crash out. But I will also say, just knowing your worth and your boundaries and knowing that person, like, or whatever situation does not have to have access to you and you don't owe them that. And if anything, you, like, you're doing them a favor by stepping away.
Yeah.
And you could be worse, but that would make you just as bad as them.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they want you to crash out so that they can crash out more on you, because a lot of times those people are already resentful towards you.
Yeah. That's, like, exactly the line, like, I was trying to walk this year, and, like, that you put it perfectly, because I was just talking to Justine about this recently, is, like, my resolution for this year was to be more assertive and, like, be better with boundaries. But then there was also, like, a line between, like, okay, I've done that and established that, but then, like, I had to draw a line of being like, okay, now at this point, this is when it's just, like, fucking letting something go, because it's just, like, not worth that energy and time. And the more energy, it's like, actually, like, Liz Splat made a reel about this the other day, and I loved it, but it was just like, the more you're giving energy to that thing, even, like, if they're not even there, like, it's still, like, that's only hurting you and fueling
1000%.
them. And I was just like, that's, like, the point I got to with it, like, a bunch of, like, drama going on for me is just being like, I actually don't want anything to do with this. Like, would I love to crash out and be a little crazy? Yes. Yeah. But is it really worth it? No, because to your point too, all it's doing is, like, just fueling that person's, like, retaliation at you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm over the drama. I don't want it. Like, there's enough fucking drama going on in the whole world right now that I don't need it in my personal life. I'm tired.
I think the other thing is, once you've established boundaries in your own life, you have to have the resolve with them, because a lot of the times, if you're in a place where you're having to set boundaries with somebody, I won't always say the word manipulative, but they've seen you so far be nothing but a doormat to them, or them be able to consistently get their way or what they want out of you so many times. It doesn't matter if you've, like, been like, hey, like, I don't really like the way this makes me feel. They'll put that essential, like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Yep.
But they're like, oh, but she's a little baby back bitch, and I still have things I want to get my way about.
Yep.
So sometimes, like, you can't crash out on them, because these, like, a lot of the times, like, they'd love that reaction from you.
Yeah.
But it's just the boundaries and the resolve of it, of not giving people who have done that to you or done that to you access to you, once you've consistently put boundaries up. And every time they find a way to weasel out of your boundaries, once you've clocked that enough times, it's just like, I actually have no interest in being around you. Yeah. In fact, I'm embarrassed that I allowed you to treat me like that. Yeah. And a lot of times those people will try to talk themselves out of what you experienced. You just don't even entertain it. Yeah. You just walk away.
Yeah, I had a guy, like, right before, well, actually it was right when I moved here, but it was like, I've talked about him before on the podcast, that was like, I was like long distance kind of dating when I moved here. But we had this conversation, like, in our, like, little closure talk, but it was just like, you know, he was apologizing and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, you know, at the end of the day, actually, like, it's on me, because, like, why would you act any different when I let you get away with this over and over again? Right. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's still on them as well. But I'm like, I set an example that you could have this fuck ass behavior 1,000%. And I would forgive you, come back, be crawling back to you, kissing your ass, be a doormat. So why would you not keep doing that? Because you know you can get away with it. Like, even if it's subconscious. Like, I'm not saying they're, like, maliciously even maybe doing that.
Yeah, a lot of times it's not out of malice. It's out of their own I don't know,
like,
insecurity, and you get to be, like, this perfect host for that behavior. Yeah. It's very parasitic a lot of the times, and it's not malicious. Yeah. It's just they don't know no better.
Yeah. On an underlying
Bless their
note,
heart.
that means
Some people are evil, though. They're so
some
evil.
are fucking evil.
They're evil. Not all the time.
In case y'all are wondering, if you remember the last solo episode, whenever I told Quinn that I stopped sleeping with my situationship, and she said, "But you're besties, that would not work out." Guess who was right? Guess who was right?
Who would have thought that wouldn't be a good idea?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
That's actually a good, like, are you friends with any of your exes?
No.
Yeah. See?
Let me. No. My body is a machine that takes men that once adored me into vessels that hope I die soon.
What kind of fuck-ass Sylvia Plath was that?
My body is a machine.
You said nothing and everything at once right there.
I know. No, it's just very interesting. And it's been more of a recurring issue as here's two things about me. I'm either asexual or traumatized. So
Aren't they the same?
could be. But it's one of those things too. It's like I have also been so busy. Dislocated my hip. My parents moved here. I moved in with them temporarily because my lease ended, and I was like, I'm not moving somewhere with a bum fucking hip.
Yeah.
And it just a whole mess. Everything's been a mess. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But it's like it's hard for me to explain to people that like, oh, I'm not like ready to like date. And then it's like if you entertain anything flirty or like anything like that, they're like, well, you led me on. And then I'm like, and especially if like you don't sleep with somebody right when they like want you to.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say I'm celibate. Again, it's not something I've been particularly interested in. Again, because I might be traumatized. I might.
Oh yeah, we were
traumatized.
kind of talking about this the other day, and you were saying you've had like a shift in perspective on just like your relationship with that and things right now.
Yeah, where I'm just like, it's not like sex in general is like not something it matters in my day-to-day life, and I'm very picky about it in general. I think it's a lot more emotional for me than like, because like when you first moved to Austin, especially I moved to Austin after a big breakup, and it's like and I don't think there's anything wrong with people that are okay with doing it casually.
Yeah, and I also think you go through like you have different periods of your life that different things make sense for you.
Yeah. But it's like Austin has such a subculture of casual sex, and that like being, like people expect it or whatever, that it's like because I'm not like, I don't know, put out, I'll get the meanest text message about being like, you just think you're so much hotter than you are. Like, you're just like the meanest shit as ever. I would say like, the meanest shit has come out of a man's mouth towards me who has never been inside of me. Yeah. Who I not even close.
Yeah. They actually want to like call you the worst like slutty type names when you're not being a slut. I've noticed that.
Whoa. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Why how am I a whore? My mother's a whore, and I'm just a disgusting tramp. Yeah. But I think it's because if you're not sleeping with them, they will not rationalize the fact that you are the only person that you're talking, like, they're the only person you're talking to. You aren't sleeping with anybody else. I think that their little insecure pea brain boy minds are like, oh, because like they do it to women. Yeah. Where they're like, oh, well, it's because she's letting other people hit. It's because she's fucking other people. Yeah. And just wasting my time emotionally. Yeah. And I'm drawing a boundary. Yep. And I'm like, oh, almost like I'm just trying to actually build a real life human connection with somebody before we do the most intimate thing human beings do. Yeah. And they're like, you know what? It's probably because you're a whore.
It's the same energy of the guys that like slide in your DMs and are like, hey baby, can I take you out? Can I take you out? And then when you say no, they're like, well, you're fucking ugly anyways.
Yeah, well, you're fucking ugly. And you look like the little girl from Hereditary. Like, how about you kill yourself?
That felt personal.
No, I made it up on that.
No one's ever said that about Quinn, actually.
Never.
No. Yeah. I don't know. It's like an interesting thing for me. Like, we've talked about it, and I'm very open about it. Like, I'm a sexually open person, but there's also like a misunderstanding between like being like, oh, I'm sexually open, and that being like translated with whore too. Like, it's like, I was like, sex also still is very deeply meaningful to me. And like, it's part of the problem that I actually hate that I'm like a more, like, I don't hate being a sexual person. I think that's something like to be empowered about women. Like, if you feel that way, whatever. But it's like, I crave that type of connection with someone, but it's because I want the whole thing, like what you were just talking about. And sex sometimes is like a bridge to like feeling like you're getting that. But it's, if you don't actually have that, all it does is cause you more like turmoil. So it's like, I too am like, like, I'm always open on here about my own shit, but it's like, you know, like I hooked up with somebody like a week or two ago, but that's the first time I've slept with anybody in a couple months now. Right. And honestly, it was like, you know, I kept jokingly being like, I'm going mad, like, you know, not, but in like a little bit you are, you know, that's why they used to send women to the sea,
which is crazy. But,
you know, we talked about that on an episode before, but, you know, I will have those feelings, but then it's like, oh yeah, and then like you do it, like I did it, right? And then it's like, oh, that was great, I needed that, blah blah blah. But then after you're like, okay, but now I'm still alone. Like that kind of sucked. Like it's like if I would have been like getting into.
You need to say exactly. Like I say exactly.
Yes, you are, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
Like, you know, but it's like if I was getting into a relationship with somebody and then I was like starting to be fucking now, then I would be like probably not feeling that way. You know what I mean? Like it's just different.
I've not really lived in any other city in my 20s, and the only other city I did live in my 20s, I was in a committed relationship with in like the entire time. But I'll say for me, Austin specifically is an emotionally bankrupt.
It's rough.
City. It's a bunch of mid to mid late 30, like mid 20s to like late 30s.
Yeah.
People who either just got out of like extremely long relationships or it's a bunch of people fleeing the Midwest for one. And they're like,
we did it.
The bars are open until 2 here. Does Jesus not close them down? It's nuts. So I just think that like that's the other thing with it being so like such a high rate of like casual sex, which is fine, but it's just like I think that for me things like are anything is emotional for me, like my friendships, my career, my stand-up. I'm an emotional person and I'm aware of this about myself. Yeah. That I cannot entertain like anyone who's going to be emotionally bankrupt towards me and then make me feel like an insane person because like interpersonal relationships like are deeper for me. Yeah. So, but it's also something I have to take responsibility in myself to know that like I am not willing to go that far with just anybody, or like like someone I've like met, because I don't think I'm emotionally bankrupt, but I think when I'm in a pattern of entertaining people who are thinking that they'll be different, or it puts me in a position of where you're comparing yourself to like the 8 other girls they're dating. Yeah. Even if you've never seen them, or you're like, it puts you just in a perspective that isn't real because that person is living a tolerated life. It's a lot of people that especially any person that is like so emotionally bankrupt that they're sleeping around constantly. They have no real grasp on interpersonal connections beyond partying or being, you know, a womanizer. They have great jobs usually because we live in Austin. They tolerate it. They live a tolerable life where they're making good money, but they have no idea of a sense of self. They don't feel comfortable in themselves, so they use other people because they don't know themselves. And they're again, these motherfuckers fleeing the Midwest. The peak excitement in their life was Malort for the longest time, and like. Then they move to a city like this, and like they're like they just find out what therapy words are, and they're like, "Well, I think you're projecting," and I'm like, "Well, I think your mom didn't love you good." So I don't know, but I think that's
Quinn
a huge
woke up
issue.
today and said, "It's Sunday. I'm taking y'all to motherfucking church."
But I don't know. I think that's an issue in Austin, or in probably other big cities too. But I've only ever experienced Austin. Yeah.
No, I'll be really interested at the next episode we have coming out. We're bringing on our first straight man guest. And I will be allegedly. He'll break the same joke.
He's a little fruity.
He's a little fruity. We love him for it.
A little fruit in that
but I kind of want to ask from like his perspective, like what, like if he's noted if that hookup culture and like that emotional unavailability, if he's seen that return from like women as well. Because like I don't think it's like I know we all joke and bitch about it, but it's like we know deep down, and I say this in my stand-up sets all the time. I was like, I know it's not just men. You are worse, but it's not.
I know I'm emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, we were
in this current state.
We were watching we've been watching Sex in the City, and it was like that scene the other day when I know you've seen these when Samantha like gets in that lesbian relationship to like feel intimacy, but then like after like when she goes to the bar and like telling all her friends, and she's like, she says I have intimacy issues, and they were all like, oh no, and Justine was like, me and you to Quinn, when she's like, I don't like,
fine.
She's like I think I'm avoided, and we're like,
no, you're not avoidant.
No. But literally, we laughed so hard at that.
And now I'm like, it's one of those things. I get this like little scapegoat of like, I'm not avoidant. I live with my mom and daddy. It's just, I don't.
What do you mean?
It's a complicated scenario.
Yeah.
You know, mom and daddy, I got a bum hip.
Nothing helps with keeping yourself on a celibate track, like moving in with your parents, though. That's
and having a bum hip.
It's pretty yeah, that too.
God said,
you will not be riding dirty.
No. So I don't know, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, maybe I need to throw out a fucking bone or something. I don't know. My fucking entire ovaries tried to explode on me, and I was still like, didn't learn my lesson.
Hey, happens to the best.
Yeah, I know. Actually, Justine made that joke. She was like, your body is literally like, please stop fucking this scrawny loser.
I know. He literally like walks like he just got out of a back brace for 26 years, and this is his first year without it.
I wish there was. I wish I had written this myself, but shout out Courtney Warner. She produces a bunch of shows in Nashville. Very funny comic there. But her and I have the same type. She actually has a YouTube special out that she called Pointy Boys, and she talks about this. But
crazy thing to
so
say.
funny. But she just put a new bit out where she like elaborates on that. She like refers to her special or whatever, and she was like trying to explain her type, and then she's this Harry Potter with Crohn's looking motherfuckers, and I literally lost my mind because I was like, the way that's exactly it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I was like, wow, I wish I wrote that. Like, I was like, can I pay you and have it? Like,
oh my God. Yeah.
So
letting boys that look like they got colitis shit on you is crazy.
Fucking crazy. Yeah. My, actually what's crazy is my college roommate dated a guy that had Crohn's legitimately, and he was pretty hot. But, you know, I am into that, so maybe I'm...
Crohn's?
Guys that look like they're withering
I don't know
away.
If I have a type.
Mine's like there's just no in between. It's like I either want you to look like sickly and ill, or like or like I see guys that look like Travis Kelce, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be plowed out by that. But there's no in between.
I've just recently been like not attracted to anything.
Yeah.
I'm not even on antidepressants.
Yeah.
I think I've just not been. It's not been interesting to me.
I've been really attracted to women lately.
Tracks.
But I think I can't tell if it's like, I'm like, is it a sexual awakening, or am I just like so sick of men? You know what I mean? Like
And
they make that joke a lot.
Inherently better to look
Oh
at.
yeah, we're just more beautiful. Like not even that's what I said. Not even always sexually. It's just like I've just had more. I think like when I say like more attracted to women, it's almost like I've been more like enamored by like this sounds so fucking lame, but like the beauty of just like womanhood. You know what I mean? Like women just like being women has just been like beautiful to me lately, because I just feel like there's been so much shit, like I say lately, but like I don't know, our entire lifetimes of women just like getting the fucking brunt of shit, you know? And it's like I've actually just like kind of had like my eyes open to being like really appreciative of like what women do and like the spaces that we exist in and like the things we like work against, like not even in like a
Holding
political
space
sense.
for other women. Yeah, it's called the kitchen.
Was that the hold my finger thing? The holding space. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's called the kitchen.
No, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I don't know, like not even like I said in like a political or like patriarchal sense. Like I've just been like, it's like things like Justine will send me a TikTok of like these little girls singing Pink Pony Club, and I'm just like, girls, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, or like I see a bunch of drunk bitches in a bathroom hyping each other up, and I'm just like, brings tears to my eyes. Like I've just had this like womanhood appreciation lately.
I think as I've in my later 20s, entering the sunset of my life, I've discovered that there's been so many times like in my early 20s, like I was like infatuated with boys, especially when I was newly single, that you would be like, oh, your friends would have plans to like go out, have a girls' night, and like one ugly dude with one like a hoop earring and tattoos would be like, yeah, you want to go hang out at this dive bar? And you're like, yes.
You just described my
and you have like the most midnight of your life.
Yeah.
And then like of course everyone in Austin's a cokehead, so you're just sitting at his place.
Yeah.
Because none of his utility works because he was doing cocaine, and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
I could have been seeing Chaperone on a bar.
No, literally, I was just like, no man that I've had bang me out in the middle of the night after a drunk night has ever felt as good as like me, you, and Justine laying in my bed laughing our ass off at
Just
some dumbass shit at 4 a.m. after we get home. Like, I'm like, that's, you can't explain that feeling to a man.
And it is interesting when you speak to a lot of times older women who are historically maybe, I want to say not girls, but they don't fully relate to being because I've always been the kind of person that I just like prefer to be around groups of women.
Yeah.
And like they always make that same argument of like, well, girls are catty, girls are like resentful, or girls are like, you know, because then like those, because like I find that when you have a big girl group, there's always new girls that come in or out, but like the bad seeds kind of always weed themselves out.
Yeah.
Like they like it's like a pack of dolphins.
Yeah.
It really is, because
Do
a lot of
dolphins
times
do that?
yeah, dolphins will like, no, dolphins with a shark. Dolphins will circle around a shark and scare the sharks. So it's like when sharks come in the water to
I
your
love that
little
you were
beautiful,
ready with the facts on
with your
this.
little pink beautiful dolphin girl group that you all love and support each other. And there's not to say there's not drama even when you love and support each other, when as long as it's healthily communicated. But there's always like somebody in the group that like likes to stir the pot, or someone in the group that, you know, wants to be one of the other girls, or somebody in the group that like is just like a toxic little shark. They always get circled around and like kicked out, and not in a mean way. It's just like and sometimes they just swim away on themselves. They want to do what sharks do.
Yeah.
And dolphins don't want to do that fuck shit and fuck another dolphin's boyfriend, you know?
I think there's a little bit of like,
real dolphins don't fuck other dolphins' boyfriends.
in a world full of sharks, be a dolphin.
Yeah.
That's that's going to be the tagline today.
E.
That's what I'm naming this episode. Did you just... I'm editing that out. Honestly, the way my throat's fucked up, I could probably make a mean echolocation sound right now.
Call us dolphins the way we be blowing holes.
Anyways.
Cut that.
No, I'm just clipping just that.
I know.
That feels like a good place to shut the fuck up today.
Yeah, probably.
Is there really more to say after that? I don't. Actually, yeah. Well, I'll leave on this. We are filming this on the day of the Super Bowl, so we have that going on today. I'm wearing my Chiefs gear. Quinn's going to be a fake fan today for Shout Out Munford Davis.
I'm doing it for Munford Davis.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's for Munford. He deserves it.
He deserves it. But the problem is I hate to say it, I'm deeply cursed. And whatever I wasn't going to wear just all black all day, because I don't care who wins. I just care about the commercials. And but I feel like whatever team I support, whatever color I wear, they lose.
Oh, don't wear it then.
Because last year I didn't wear red. Who'd they play last year?
Last year they played, why am I forgetting that right now? It was the Eagles the year before. Who the fuck did they play last year?
It was Kansas City and
I want to say yes.
I want to say both teams were red.
I think it was the 49ers.
And I wore red, so I have no idea who
fan.
I helped or hurt last year. Because I didn't wear a logo.
I feel like it was the 49ers. I just keep having Eagles in my head because it was Eagles the year before.
49ers? Yeah, because I feel like both teams were red, because I remember I was because Justine was like, because I was like, what color should I wear? And she's like, just wear red.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow, that feels like a million years ago.
I think I'm going to start identifying as an asexual, autistic dolphin. Pronouns.
E/E. That's just in your
E/E.
Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna do that today.
You know, dolphins are the only other animal that has sex for pleasure.
Yeah. Also, dolphins rape people. Like a lot. Like 10 people a year.
Okay, but what was the other dolphin wearing?
Why was that dolphin swimming at night alone?
Yeah. Why
Actually,
was it?
They don't. No, they rape people. Have you not heard about this? I could go on a fucking dissertation about this. I had a friend in college that was like very obsessed about this fact, and she made me look up all this shit. Dolphins, they have like their like penises are like opposable thumbs.
What?
And they come out and they can wrap around. And
they got raccoon wieners?
They drag drowning corpses down to these caves and assault them. I should cut all of this because it's very graphic. But I just y'all need to know.
Dolphin penis.
Rape caves. They're crazy.
Penis. How big do you think their schlongs are?
I don't know.
Let me.
I told you. Isn't that crazy? I'm gonna put
Don't
that.
let Kylie
picture up.
see that.
That's gonna go up into size queen.
They're kind of skinny too, so don't. Kylie just plays dead in the water.
He looks a little.
So
He looks
she gets
like,
to go to the rape cave.
He does look a little autistic. That's really doing it for me.
That's an that's an orca.
That's a whale. Oh, we knew whales. Yeah. Or have you seen 50 First Dates? They make a joke about that. Whales.
Do you think do all of them have the same size wieners, or are they like humans, where some of them are like?
I don't know.
Could you imagine just being a killer whale and it's like the
He's
woman's
small
like,
dicked
this
whale.
is it?
Yeah.
Like they have to use in their sonar. They're like, you wouldn't believe how big he was.
I think that about like peacocks. You know, if they have to like show off all their colors, do you think it's like certain color patterns the women's are like, that means he's not packing?
I know.
Like, 'cause that's
Maybe
what
just
they
all
show off.
peacocks have tiny wieners because they're
It's a
overcompensating.
peacock. Okay.
Boo!
All right. We're going to cut that off now. Yeah, we're rolling this episode out on Valentine's Day week. So if you have somebody that's loving you down hard, good for
Loving
you.
you down dolphin style.
If you have your little dolphin out there, good for you. I will be doing comedy about how single I am on Valentine's Day.
I'll be working at the Sunset Strip Comedy Club.
Yeah. Do you have anything else exciting coming up? Our New Face. This comes out before our New Faces show. If you're in Austin this Saturday, that comes out. Or another show that comes out. Jesus Christ. It is at Roscoe's on Saturday. We're both on Litty Titty on Tuesday. So that'll be fun. This comes out the day after that. We'll have crushed by then. I'm co-hosting that. That should be fun.
Slay.
What else? You got anything else going on?
No.
Coming up? No. No, nothing going on right now.
Not shit.
Not shit. But yeah. Quinn just was on the Netflix audition. That was sick.
I did.
Netflix
I
is
did
a
the
joke
Netflix
fest.
is a joke thing.
He did great.
It was fun. It was great room.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot faster than I expected it to be. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, you did
our next guest was also on it.
Yeah, our next guest was on it. He crushed as well. So we'll talk to him a little bit about all that stuff, fun stuff. But yeah, thanks for tuning in with us. Like I said, we have had a good time. You want to pull one last card here?
Oh, God damn it.
Is it another compliment?
No.
So
it says
tired?
give a friend. I thought it said just give a shout out for something impressive they've done. Or give a friend.
Oh, this is what I just did.
Give a friend a shout
that.
out for something impressive they've done recently. Could you imagine how proud Sally would be of us if we had timed that better?
Wow. Yeah. We can edit. We'll move the clip around.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's so. Give a friend a shout out for something they've done recently.
Oh my God. Quinn
And then you
auditioned for
cut,
Netflix
and then
recently.
we cut over and like, it's so crazy that we.
That's actually my endorsement for this game. It is psychic.
Oh wow.
What if this one I flipped it over and it just said stop fucking
I think I
skinny
still
losers?
just did that in the same variation of the way we just already
Okay.
did.
What if I pulled this one up and it was just like stop fucking skinny losers?
Yeah.
Or what if we pulled one up and it had like a dolphin metaphor on it? That would be crazy.
I would have had to walk out.
That would be crazy. Name a song or artist that makes you feel alive every time you listen. I wonder. I'm not even going to answer that.
Chapel Roan.
Taylor Swift.
More than Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
More than Pink Pony Club.
Me? Yes.
I know. I wouldn't tell on you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't email Taylor and be like, Kylie just told me that.
No, there is nothing makes me feel more alive than screaming Taylor Swift in All Too Well.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of fair.
That feels a burning rage inside
I think
my
if
soul.
they did an All Too Well mashup at the angry part with Casual.
Ooh, that would slay. We need to send some recs to these club guys.
I know.
These DJs. There's plenty of them in Austin, so if
And
you're
I
listening.
fucked a lot of them. So,
Not anymore, Dolphin Girl.
yeah, no more DJs, no more tech consultants, no more
No more men.
no more firefighters, no more tattoo artists.
Ooh, that guy Justine met a hot guy last night. That was a tattoo artist. We met him.
She was telling me.
Yeah, he was hot.
She deserves it.
He was a hot tattoo artist. Tattoo artists just be hot. Yeah.
Facts. All right.
Anyways, well, you guys, go live your best dolphin life this Valentine's Day. Thanks for rocking with us. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the things, share our shit, and check out Selly on Instagram. It is at Let's Selly, and like I said, letsselly.com if you guys want to play this game. We haven't even gotten through all these, and I'm excited to do more of them with our guests and stuff, but you can get 20% off with our code UNHINGED. That's a wrap, y'all.
Anyway, bye.